guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this all-new 2022 BMW X5. And before we start, I'd like to give a huge thanks to BMW of Wesley Chapel for making this review possible. These guys have an impressive and expanding dealership. I'll leave a link to their inventory below. And if you're in Florida, Tampa area looking for a new premium vehicle, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And for those of you guys who don't know, the BMW X5 has been BMW's midsize SAV sport activity vehicle, not sport utility vehicle. BMW has never marketed the X5 as an SUV because they claim that its on-road performance is far superior than most other SUVs on the road today. Here we have the 5th generation BMW X5 released for the 2020 model year, and we have the base S40i trim coming equipped with a 3-liter twin-scroll turbocharged straight 6 motor, making 335 horsepower, 330 pound-feet of torque in this application. Made it to a 48-volt mild hybrid system, allowing this car to reach 60 between 5 and 6 seconds. I've seen 0 to 60 as low as like 5.2 in this SUV with 2-wheel drive, because this motor, although claimed to have 335 horsepower, 330 pound-feet of torque, made it to this mild hybrid system. A lot of consumers say that it's extremely underrated, especially for the 2-wheel drive variants. However, here for the base S40i trim, starting around 60,000 bucks. Let's see what we get. So up front, you notice your full LED BMW headlights. They are labeled BMW LED right here on the side. Black headlight housing with little aluminum trim above it. Daytime running strip, full black headlight housing beneath. Down here, we got front parking sensors too, with your old school BMW grille, not updated to the new style like we see for the new 4 Series, which I know is a love it or hate it style grille. This is more of the old school BMW styling. Front-facing camera beneath this vehicle has full 360 sensing. The sensor for the lower diffuser area houses your advanced safety features. You may not notice a lot of airflow. The front or top part of the grille does have active shutters. When the vehicle is turned off and not moving, there's really no reason for airflow. Once we start this vehicle up, the shutter should also open. I'm liking this aluminum trim for the bottom area and a small amount of functional airflow. Not quite sure if I could pick it up on camera right there. A little bit of airflow, but we'll take a step back, get a good look at the overall front styling. Small bulge in the center of the hood, BMW badge right up front. As far as the wheel and tire setup, pretty basic. This is just the base S40i trim, but I'm still liking the Y spokes with your old school BMW alloy wheels. These are 19s wrapped in Michelin Primacy all seasons, dimensions being 265, 50 R19s. Pretty fat tire, pretty wide compound too, should really help put the power down, at least for the rear. And the 50 series compound should also help ride quality, not being too low profile of a setup. You notice a pretty aggressive BMW sport brake caliper up front too. A little bit of plastic cladding should help when it comes to rock chips for this potentially 4-wheel drive SUV. This is just the rear-wheel drive, but we still get the plastic cladding out rear. A little aluminum trim for the rocker panel. Not a functional heat extractor in the corner, but it does aid as a pretty aggressive styling cue. The mirrors, additional camera. This vehicle has a 360, as we mentioned, LED turn signal on the mirror. Black metallic paint, all body color, really impressive paint color. Really pops in this Florida sun. Aluminum trim for the window trim, not a shiny chrome, really dark tints, blacked out B-pillar and C-pillar. Since the windows are so darkly tinted, it's probably going to be very tough to see this window sticker. But of course, 2022 BMW X5 S-Drive 40i, base price $59,400. A few options in this vehicle. The black sapphire metallic runs you an additional $550. $1,450 for the coffee Vernassa leather, which we'll check out in the interior. $1,700 for the driver assistance pro package, which includes extended traffic jam assistant, active driving assistant pro. $800 for the parking assistance package, providing us with parking assistance plus, drive recorder, active park distance controller, surround view 3D view. $1,250 for the premium package, including remote engine start, gesture control. The X-Line including the satin aluminum exterior trim. Really nice trim. Sensitech dashboard, CarPlay, Android Auto, all included. Additional options include this $400 brown ash grain wood trim. Really beautiful interior, which we'll check out in 1 second. $995 for the destination. Total vehicle price sitting at $66,500. Really a great value. This vehicle is fully loaded, starting around the same price as like the new Acura MDX Type S. Performance and efficiency, you guys can see 3-liter twin power turbo, inline 6, 48-volt mild hybrid system. I am liking how even for the base model, we get the 3-spoke leather wrap multifunction steering wheel, live cockpit Cockpit Pro 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, 12.3-inch central information display, and a really impressive multi-input iDrive 7.0 operated by voice and iDrive controller. Comfort and convenience right here, safety and security, warranty, 4-year, 50,000 mile. Pretty impressive. Fuel economy is also impressive. 21 city, 26 highway, 23 combined MPGs. Better gas mileage than the new MDX Type S. Smart access for all 4 passengers. Same wheel and tire setup out rear. The only difference is smaller brake caliper. Rear parking sensors with a side sensor. As you guys can see, X5 badging. Shout out BMW of Wesley Chapel for making this review possible. Upper part has a spoiler, roof rails. I would like to see the rear wiper integrated better with the spoiler like we see with the Hyundai cars, but I'm sure it's going to be done eventually. S-Drive 40i badge in the right corner, full LED taillights and reverse lights and turn signals. We can take a squat back here, get a good look at your exhaust tips, not true tips, but I am liking how the covers have a nice rectangular shape to it. Still looks pretty aggressive since we do get to see the exhaust tips. But that's about it, guys. Let's start this 3-liter twin power turbo up and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was of course the sound of the 3-liter twin scroll turbo sold by BMW for the X5 in this application, of course, making 335 horsepower, 330 pound-feet of torque. Most likely underrated, but still really impressive. You see it sits really low, should help with the handling, as well as these 4 sets of support braces. As we mentioned, we get the active shutters now that the vehicle's on, they're open, and we have 2 more sets of supports behind your old school kidney style grille. Really impressive when it comes to the supports. Can't wait to see how this SUV can handle, or SAV can handle, once we take it out for a drive. But we can shut this hood right up, take another step back. Really liking the light pattern in this SAV. But as far as the interior, we could take a step over here and really check it out, because this vehicle really has an impressive interior. Before we start though, we have blind spot monitoring on the glass, again, smart access for all 4 passengers. As far as the interior, stitched leather for the upper portion, that cognac Vernassa leather beneath. Really beautiful interior. 4-way auto one touch for all 4 passengers. 4-way adjustable mirrors, power folding, aluminum grab handle, 2-person memory seats, trunk release. More of that stitching, aluminum beneath. Some beautiful wood trim. It has a sealant over it. It's not an open pore wood, but still a beautiful design. Speakers, soft touch for the bottom portion, not lined with felt. You could probably fit 2 footlongs, maybe a big gulp, but make sure that lid is tightly closed because it is sideways. The BMW aluminum nameplate, it's not actually blue as you see here, that's just a sticker. I'll leave the sticker on for the potential owner of this vehicle. The seats, really loving this cognac Vernassa, guys. Contrast stitching, kind of looks like a baseball glove leather. Really premium look, very premium feel. Full adjustability, recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats. 4-way lumbar control, as well as adjustable bolsters and thigh support. Really loaded when it comes to adjustability. Taking a step inside of this 2022 X5, we can turn the air down by a couple so you guys can hear a little bit, and turn the volume down too. Not quite sure where that was on, but for copyright purposes, we'll keep that turned off. But this sound system sounds pretty good from what I've heard so far. The steering wheel also really impressive. BMW has been killing it with their steering wheels lately. Super thick, grade 10 and 2, nice 9 and 3. Not a flat bottom, not the M steering wheel either, but still super impressive. Stitching surrounding the horn, BMW badge in the center as far as the horn itself. Super aggressive sounding horn. People will definitely be getting out of your way. On the left side, cruise control settings, we have active steering and distance driving, assisted driving. You can also have distance control. Really great features. You press this button one more time and it goes back to its original screen. As far as the display, also impressive. It's not really customizable. On the left side, we get 160 mile an hour speedometer with a digital speedo beneath it. Traffic sign recognition beneath that. All your gas information on the left side. The clock is not currently accurate. Shows you what town we're currently in with a little preview of the map. It shows you what the road looks like ahead of you. On the right side, we get about a 6,500 RPM tach. Shows us what song is playing beneath, what mode we're currently in, what gear we're currently in, outside temperature, as well as your coolant temperature. Really detailed screen. I am liking the layout. I just wish it was a little bit more adjustable. We get Syntex material for the upper part of the dashboard with stitching. Really high quality look. That closed pore sealed wood trim beneath still looks super high quality. I'm liking that smoked aluminum look too. Beneath, we get 360 sensing, of course. Heated, no ventilated seats, unfortunately, kind of would be expected with a $66,000 SUV. Not a big deal. I'm aware that that's, of course, an option. Presets, the volume dial has a pretty satisfying click. Wireless phone charger, that's a nice feature. USB port, 2 cup holders, and a 12 volt. The gear selector controls your 8-speed automatic transmission. As far as the backup camera, you drop it forward one time, and we have an excellent resolution for the backup camera, 360 behind it. Truly a fantastic feature. And we also get automatic parking. As far as the camera image adjustments, we get parking and lines, contrast, and the obstacle mark. That's all adjustable. Backup assistant, great features, guys. We could throw it back into park. Unfortunately, once we do so, the vehicle stays in the screen. We don't return immediately to the home screen. You got to press the home button to return to the home screen. As far as adjustments, for the vehicle adjustments, we get the vehicle status, driving information, settings, experience modes. Let's check out what we get there. We get executive, expressive, and well-being, all adjustable in your X5 S40i. We also get the carrying car, driver profiles, owner's manual, regulatory notes. Pretty nice overall. My personal favorite to look at all times just be this home screen that shows you just about everything. Dual zone auto climate control, of course. Well, quad zone automatic climate control. We have dual zone climate even for the backseat passengers. More of that wood trim, aluminum outside of it. Cognac Vernassa stitched leather for where your knee will often hit. Engine start stop, traction control, cameras, parking sensors which you can disable. Sport, comfort, eco pro, adaptive, and auto mode, or auto hold, sorry. So we'll start this review off in comfort, transition into sport, and just see what the differences are. Electronic parking brake. We get paddle shifters, which are aluminum. And if you don't want to use your aluminum paddle shifters, you can also put this gear selector into its manual shift modes, and you can upshift and downshift in the proper directions. Thumbs up to BMW for keeping it correct. To the right of it, we get our 7.0 iDrive with the shortcuts if you don't want to go through the touchscreen, media, home, map, communication, and nav, back, and options as well. A little bit of piano black surrounding those controls, but not a real big deal. Just keep your cleaning supplies at hand. The interior looks really impressive. The armrest, also pretty soft Cognac Vernassa. You press this button, it opens up in 2 different directions. It's kind of cluttered, but as far as space, I'd expect you to fit easily 5 or 6 16-ounce cans and a USB-C port inside of it. We can shut this thing up. As far as the glove box, we can open this thing up. Pretty soft, lima felt. I'd expect you to fit between around 15 license plates with no issues. Not bad, and it is soft touch outside of it. Really impressive interior, guys. We get a moonroof too. As far as the shade, you double click and it opens right up. The glass for the moonroof itself, not the largest, but it's gonna really bring a ton of light into this interior. So open it up completely. You double click one more time and the first panel opens almost completely, and it opens up a little bit further. Wow, pretty decent amount of air. It goes almost to the second row. We can poke our way out of here. Beautiful day in Wesley Chapel, Florida. It's sunny and almost 90 degrees, so it is heating up a little bit. We'll leave the shade open. I know it's going to add glare, but I would like for you guys to see how much light is really brought into this cabin, especially once we hop out into the back seat. Frameless mirror, really nice auto dimming, of course, too. Interior lighting here, LED. Nice. That's about it for this front seat area. If we didn't mention, to the left of the steering wheel, here's your lighting controls, air vent outlined in aluminum, and you can get a good look at your pedals. But that's about it, guys, for the front seat. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. All right, guys, stepping in the back seat of the 2022 X5, soft touch contrast stitch materials up top, soft touch Cognac Vernassa leather with the baseball glove stitch contrast. I'm really liking the design of this interior. Auto one touch for the rear, aluminum door handles, soft touch material even for the bottom portion. Not lined with felt, but you can still probably fit a foot long on this side. 16-ounce bottle right next to it. Another BMW nameplate stepping inside. Rear seats, no padding or no bolstering for these Cognac Vernassa seats, but the padding goes all the way out to the door frame, making it feel pretty couch-like. As far as legroom, I'm 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and not the most space. I have about another inch or two before my knees start to touch. The seats don't adjust, so this is really all we get, but I still have plenty of space. USB-C ports, some additional storage pockets, map box behind both of your front seats, and an additional USB port there too. 4-zone auto climate control with 4 air vents. We get air vents on the B pillars as well. 12 volt beneath with some storage. The center cubby has a string. We can pull it out. A little bit of additional storage. Probably fit a few iPhones. The cup holders, you pull them out right there. Maybe fit a Red Bull, possibly a 12-ounce Not the best design for the cup holder, but should still fit a cup, no problem. The interior lights are in the corners. The light brought into the cabin thanks to this moonroof is really, really impressive. The light goes almost out to the trunk. But speaking of the trunk, the rear seat's pretty impressive. Not the most space, but I still have more than enough space sitting behind my seat settings. If you're under 6'4", you should have no problem sitting behind your seat settings. Let's check out the trunk real quick and then take this car out for a drive. All right, guys, so to get into this trunk, you simply press the button underneath the BMW badge, and this is pretty cool. We have like a real tailgate area, kind of like a pickup truck, not really, more like an old school SUV or SAV. Sorry, BMW. Press this button, and the second little tailgate area pops out, so you can sit on this if you are at a tailgate or whatnot. So very convenient. It helps pets out back here, gives them a little bit more room to jump, but it's pretty high up. I'm 6 feet tall, and my knee's about like 2-3 inches below the step. And so if you have like older or really small pets, don't expect them to have the easiest time hopping back here. But we can shut this thing up. As far as the space back here, pretty impressive. The rear seats fall down about 30. So if you fold the rear seats down, I expect you to fit between a 75 to 85 inch TV back here with no problem. No third row seats. It is available. If you want the most third row space, of course, you can bump up to the BMW X7. Tonneau cover, nice. We can hide all of our cargo from people that pass by our X5. But that's about it, guys. We can press this button, the trunk closes right up, and as soon as it does, we'll take this 2022 X5 S-Drive 40i out for a drive. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of this all-new 2022 BMW X5 S40i. Let's take it out for a drive. We'll start off in comfort mode, throw it into sport, and see what the differences are. So in comfort, the steering is lighter, but it still feels very direct. I'm liking the heads-up display too, if I didn't mention that. But yeah, I'm really liking the feel so far. The throttle response, pretty sensitive even in comfort mode. Ride quality feels great over these small bumps, but once you take it out onto the road, we'll really check it out right here. Good response. I'm liking the little snarl through the exhaust too. Definitely sounds pretty good. But taking a step out onto this multiple lane highway, really lean into it about halfway. Wow. Yeah, quick shifts too. And in comfort mode, instead of a tachometer, we get a power indicator. It lets us know what percentage of power we're currently using. And even at half throttle, it got to like 80%. So pretty sensitive when it comes to tuning. We'll throw it into sport right here, see what the differences are, and I'll catch back with you in 1 second. All right, guys, taking a step out here in Sport Plus on the gas. Ooh, wow. Ooh, yeah, we get to speed real quickly. This vehicle has to be underrated. It does not feel any slower than the new Acura MDX Type S that we just reviewed in this channel. Wow, this vehicle can move. And another thing I noticed is the lane keep assist in this vehicle works really well. It does not let you change lanes without using your turn signals. But right here, we'll start off in first gear on the gas. Oh, ooh. Guys, this thing can move. Like 335 horsepower. I feel this vehicle feels like it's making closer to like 370 horsepower, 350 pound-feet of torque. As far as like the power feel, it really feels very, very strong with some quick gear ratios, really letting you feel all of that power and torque. And this mild hybrid system, I'm sure, also helps when it comes to making power, because the response is really impressive. Leading into about a third of the way, great response. I know it's probably tough for you guys to pick up through the camera, but I'll throw in the POV real quick, try to give you guys a first-hand look driving this car, and I'll catch back with you in 1 second. All right, guys, off the line. Oh, yeah, this thing can really move. We don't have to push it a whole lot farther than that. Good God. Like, you guys saw that. There's no chance this car only makes 335 horsepower being as heavy as it is. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly what this vehicle's curb weight is. But we can step out onto this little curvy road. Hopefully the school bus isn't in front of us the whole way through, and really see how this vehicle can perform through the twisties. All right, guys, stepping out here, we can try out these manual shifts. Very responsive. Whew, real responsive. We reviewed the Hyundai Kona N-Line with a dual clutch transmission, and this feels honestly quicker with its shifts. Really responsive, super responsive. Great thumbs up for the ZF transmission and BMW's tuning team because it feels great. But just driving through this turn, the steering feels really excellent in Sport Plus. It doesn't feel much heavier than it did in normal mode. As far as this lane keeping assist, let's check it out. Wow, that is impressive, guys. Oh my gosh, that might be even better than Hyundai. Look at that, look at that. Oh, nope, it let me get out of the lane. Okay, so it doesn't work 100% of the time, so please don't rely on it. But in emergency situations, it can actually get you out of a pretty decent amount of trouble. We'll try these manual shifts one more time. Ooh, brakes feel good. It feels super sharp, guys. Wow. Yeah, very responsive too. Downshift. Try this little roundabout, see how it can really turn in. Oh my gosh, there's like no body roll. Wow, this is an almost 5,000-pound SUV, guys. Woo. Yeah, wow. I'm impressed, I'm really impressed. Like, this vehicle is not cheap by any means, but it is an excellent performer. Wow. Really impressive. We don't have to beat it up much further than this. We can throw it right back into comfort mode. Really impressive SUV. If you're in the market for a 2 or 3 row midsize SUV that still packs a decent amount of punch, doesn't kill the wallet too badly, starting around $60,000, you genuinely are getting what you're paying for. With vehicles like the Kia Tellurides, Hyundai Palisades reaching the near $60,000 mark, this vehicle feels a lot more premium, a lot faster than vehicles like that. So if you're in the market for a premium level mid-size SUV that still has a pretty decent amount of performance, great luxury, I would 100% recommend checking out the BMW X5. And huge thanks to Wesley Chapel BMW for making this review possible. Huge thanks to Phil for helping me get the keys to this X5. If you're in the market for a premium vehicle in the Tampa, Wesley Chapel area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. Other than that, guys, I'd like to give all of you a huge thanks for watching. Had a great time making this video. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know this channel is just not possible without you guys. And I really have a huge appreciation for each and every one of you. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars or trucks you'd like to see reviewed in this channel too. Let me know what the trim levels are that you like to see, and I'll definitely try to get those videos for you as soon as possible. Other than that though, again, huge thanks to all you guys for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.